Okay, we've got an away leg against FC Porto coming up. But first, a game against Werder Bremen. On with the video. Hello everyone, Camberon here, and welcome back to FM26 with RB Leipzig. So, we're going to first play FC Werder Bremen away, and then we're going to go to Portugal and we're going to play FC Porto. We already won the first leg against FC Porto 4-2. That was quite fun. We got pegged back, scored 2 goals, scored 3 goals, gave away another, and then I think the last 10 minutes was me just praying we don't concede another 2. We've only really fucked up one result. There was a 0-0 draw against Hamburg. Everybody was tired after the... Yeah, everybody... Well, no, we played a week after, and it was very, very awkward. Because we don't do well against Hamburg. It's really odd. Otherwise, the results have been fine. Everybody keeps screwing up around us, so to be honest, at this point, I consider the Bundesliga a lock. Because no one else has any form of consistency. We've only lost 1 game all season. By contention, by Leipzig have lost 5. By Munich have lost 7. It's been a very awkward season for everyone who isn't us. And Heidenheim, because Heidenheim have still done well enough to dodge relegation. A little bit unfortunate. I think, yeah, by this point, for watching Dusseldorf almost relegated. So we're gonna go in. We've got to make a lot of changes because of fitness issues. We've got Babbage, Diamande, Baumgartner, Widrogo, Abdullahu, Vermeeren, Williams, Neco Williams. I still don't think he's fit, but I don't have a choice because Vala. Actually, no, I am going to have to make that choice, which is going to be really frustrating. Noewu, Ahuso, Gitruda, and Urbeg. So this game might not go very well, I must admit, but we don't really have a choice because we've got a lot of fitness problems. I need to get people healthy for the game against Porto because I think we play on a Tuesday. This is a Saturday. So this is going to be fun. Anybody, fun little tidbit, SV Werder Bremen, I first started doing Full Manager on this channel back in FM22. I did Werder Bremen as a challenge. I got a couple of seasons in, and then I had a massive fuck-up recording, and I had to stop the series. Yes, I expect nothing as a win, but a win from this match. It was great. I actually continued that save with Werder Bremen. I ended up winning the Bundesliga after signing Florian Wirtz and Hando Masengo. Then eventually left to go to an inside who was struggling mid-table. My top player throughout the whole Werder Bremen save was Tabasso Pobega, who was incredible. And that's an absolute beast in what was then a 4-4-2 diamond. I signed the likes of Hakon Evgen. I signed Manuel Winsheimer from Hamburg, the bitterest rivals, which was fucking hilarious. Who else did I have? Oh, which was back when they had Omar Toprak starting. But I had David Zima in the midfield. Michael Zetter eventually. And then I had my main goalkeeper was... Oh, God, what was his name? I think he plays for Atalanta now. Marco Cornesci. That's the one. That's a good ball out to Widrogo. But I built a really, really good Werder Bremen team. Then I went to Inter for 2 seasons. Then I got given the England job. And I just stopped the save because I decided I didn't want to do international management. Why I accepted the England job, I'll never know. Good catch. Actually, that's just going to go nowhere. Oh, we absolutely been done there. No one's watching. Next, Meerdinkers, but Werder Bremen should be awarded. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. That's annoying. I'm not entirely bothered about this result. I'm more focused on Porto next week. On the midweek. But it'll be nice to get a result. The problem is this is about as weak as a front 3 for us as you'll ever see. Front 4. Come on. Finally somebody makes an intervention. Babbage has got it here. Babbage scored. That's his 11th goal of the season. Babbage is really coming into his own in the Bundesliga now. He had a rough start, but he's done so much better since I picked him up for Aberdeen. 10.5 million well spent. He is now looking like he's going to be a 3.5-star Bundesliga player. So he is going to have a lot of value if it should be. I mean, it may be in the time, 2, 3 seasons to sell him on for what, 50 million? He's only 23, 24. Get that ball across, or just not a terrible shot, but I really feel like he should just pass that across. I swear to God, the amount of times I try and get them to square it, and they just will not fucking square the ball. So frustrating, man. But we're 1-1. It's pretty comfortable. I think we're yeah, I think we're a Friday night game. That has stopped the game. Shit. Okay. A nice little. I think we could use a nice little spell of possession here. Gonna go out to Valor. Ooh, that was cheeky. I think that was Abdullah trying to hit that ball. Okay, we'll address the team. And then dig in. I am gonna make one change. Gonna combine for it as well. So Baumgartner and Drogo can switch over. Then we'll just bring on back. We'll bring on back Iyoko. He'll be fine. We've got a decent break before we play Porto. I need to try and maybe go for the win just because I don't want to give anybody any ideas. I do not actually like the fact that the highlight's starting right so close. Ooh, got away with that one. Ooh, that's hit the frame, but now they can come at us. I mean, you needed to make that header, but did you have to head it straight back to them? That's more like it. Yeah, Babbage will be very, very offside if he gets that ball. Yeah, that's a foul. Do you know that fact the highlight is still going? Ball gets swung in. Good header out. Oh, for fuck's sake. That was silly. That was Nehwu. Wait, I think. It's got to be a penalty. I know it's Abdullah. He wasn't even going anywhere. Do we have to watch the entire... Okay, he went the right way as well. See, I do want to get a new goalkeeper because Urbik has torn in some very, very shit performances as of recently. That has not been helpful. Nope. No, but no, for fuck's sake. Oh, good, it's saved. Right. Go on, a Duath can come on, and I think that's it. Leave it for the moment. Oh, that's not good. All right, we're going to make one last change because Gertrude is getting tired. So I'm going to be Blaza, and I think we're just going to go full on fuck it and take Widrogo off and put Noosa on. This could be very, very awkward. Interesting, to take on Mirdik off despite that he was on a hat trick. Very interesting. Yeah, this is 6.2 from Motorbike. I do need a new. My first priority over the summer is getting a new goalkeeper because we ain't gonna do much with Motorbike. Oh, that was stupid from Will. That was Neco Williams there being stupid. This is not exactly the build that we need for the big game against Porto, but I'll have all my top starters back for that. Ugh, that was terrible. Right. I will thankfully have a lot of my top starters for the game against Porto. That's going to be in actually a decent amount of time, so it'll be fit. So I will join you all for the Porto game. All right, you're joining me for the very important second leg against FC Porto. So unfortunately, Spence is out with ankle ligament problems, so Gitrude keeps his place at right back. And now Widrogo has sprained his ankle. So we've got Diamande in the centre. Otherwise, it is basically the strongest team we can muster. Ulubig, Vala, Tar, Ahuso, Gatrida. Actually, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to have a bit of funnies. Gatrida is going to go in there, and then we are going to have Neco Williams come in. I actually need to move out the injured players. Do. Okay, you need to do that. Right, let's just go on to the game. So, that should be fine. We'll just have to hope that Neco Williams can have a good game at right back. So I forget that actually. But I put Ahuso. I was like, oh no, I've got to put Ahuso in Uewu, and I forget that Neco Williams can play the right back and left back. Right, don't get complacent. We got a really good result in the first leg. Yes, we're at the Estadio del Drago. No, that shouldn't matter. And is that Jean-Philippe? Hang on. I just want to mark their striker anyway. But I think that's Jean-Philippe Mateta. Yeah, it is. When did he go to? Oh, he spent all that time at Palace. Then went to the fucking B team for. Oh, right, he spent time in the B team. But he transferred this season to FC Porto on a free. So there's no moment in here where he, like. So obviously by this point, he's now. Jean-Philippe Mateta has said that he wants to leave Palace. I think he wants to leave this January. But I don't know. I don't think I gotta be honest. I don't think he'll get a move. Any club that will want him in the summer rather than in January. But there is, I think, the only club he's got potential to go to is Juventus. A few Premier League teams have asked, but I can only see somebody like Aston Villa or Newcastle picking him up. But yeah, I feel bad for Palace fans. I really do. They won the FA Cup last season, and now it's just all falling apart because Steve Parish would rather save money than actually build on what they've already built. Unbelievable. That's why there's no upward mobility in the Premier League, personal opinion. Because every time a team does really, really well, they just, rather than seeing the particular teams like Palace, teams like, I mean, if Fulham won the FA Cup one season, the huge problem is they don't, I can't speak for how people like football clubs that run, but I feel like there are some owners that don't see short-term success as a way to extract value rather than actually build up on a success, like build something long-term. Ooh, fucking Babbage should be onto that. But I don't know. I'm not going to say anything that's like, I don't another football. I don't know in that football club. I just think the Steve Parish would be incredibly short-sighted. They could have built something and been consistent European challengers, but instead they want to fucking. Instead, they want to just sell off their best assets and make money, and then not spend a lot to replace it. It's no wonder Glasner's doing his nut. That's a poor chance from Diamande though. Ooh, I think we're gonna have to try and see. That's so annoying. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go combine. I'm not gonna risk him, to be honest. So we're gonna put Baumgartner on. And I think for the opposition instructions, we're going to have to mark William Gomez. At least press him. Do that too. I don't know how to get it so they go to all positions of predicted lineup. I can't bring up the individual player screen anymore and say, right, you mark you do this, you do that. The individual instructions seem to have completely disappeared, which is really frustrating. Baumgartner's free here, and oh my god, he's hit the woodwork. You were literally 1-on-1 with an open goal. Fucking idiot. Seeing that little backflip, I need to go and check something. Backflip? What am I looking for? Freedom more dis. I keep thinking I've put that in the fucking training thing, and then it completely disappears from the training thing. I have to keep putting on my match. I'm tired of watching the stupid little back heels. You lose the ball, cost us the attacking chance. Fucking play sensibly, you idiots. I almost get what Pep tries to do after that. Ugh. Good pickup from Vermeeren. Necker Williams. Ooh, that's a good save. Is that really going to go down as an offside? Jesus. Right. Right, we're going well. They brought on Borja. I forgot Borja Sainz. He went from Norwich to Porto. See, again, going to do that. Just doing a stupid little back heel that almost gets the ball intercepted. Stop fucking doing that shit. It's really annoying. Right, Diamante's on the ball here. Get that in. Baumgartner scores and puts us 1-0 up in the second half. First time out. Perfect. That's what we want. Really good pass from Diamante as well. Yes, I know. Right. It's going to be slightly risky. Tyre's going to come off in a way where he's going to come on. And then the only other one I'm going to do is I'm going to put on Abdullahu. That should be fine. Maybe bring on Conrad Harder later. Let's bring on Conrad Harder now. There you go. Ooh, shit. Good block. Just going to come back out to them. Perfect. It was a bit of a quiet affair, but we got the win in the end. Baumgartner scoring the decisive goal, and that's got us. Yeah, that's how you handle a two-legged tie. Cool. It's a very difficult place to go to the Estadio del Drago. Right. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. We're really going to draw FC Bayern? Well, what a really unoriginal... That actually annoys me, because we could have got somebody like Barcelona or Chelsea, and it just ends up giving us Bayern Munich. Because of course it does, because SI's system is incredibly lazy. And Antonio Nusa is now out for pretty much the rest of the season. Fuck, that is really going to hurt my team building for the rest of this season. Shit. Right. And I've already got fucking Ouidraogo. I think that's literally 3 people now that are pretty much going to miss like most of the rest of the season. That's not good. That's with a big semi-final against Bayern Munich coming up as well. Shitballs. Right, well, the league's pretty much a given at this point. So I'm just going to bring us back for second leg against Bayern Munich. With the game against Eintracht Frankfurt, I will play that off camera. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more, you can always subscribe. I've been Camber Run, and thank you for watching.